Sure. The main things, your main components of intellectual property are trademarks, copyrights, patents, and designs. Trademarks protect a mark which is unique and associated with your brand, such as your name, your logo, sometimes a jingle or a sign, but mostly looking at names, slogans, and logos. Uh, you do have common law trademarks, but it's best to register your trademark to ensure that with the CIPC you have exclusive rights to the name, the logo, etc. In addition to that, you've got copyrights. Maybe not. Well, it's important from the perspective of, they arise automatically. You can't register them. So if I create a blog post, for example, that is the subject of a copyright. It's any piece of work, essentially. So blog posts or the look and feel of a website or the source code of a website, for example, those are all the subjects of a copyright. It becomes very important where you, for example, outsource website development to an independent contractor. By default, they own the copyright to whatever you've outsourced to them, whether it be a website or even the logo design or anything, essentially. And you need to have in place a copyright assignment agreement so that the copyrights that they produce in the process of rendering their work can be transferred back to you. So very important there. Then there's patents. If you have invented something not seen the world over, you've got the possibility of being able to patent it, meaning that nobody can copy that invention or inventive step. A lot of people, however, think that just an idea, for example, is patentable. Unfortunately, that's not the case. It's really got to be a sort of an actual legitimate invention. For example, people come to me quite often going, well, this is probably not the correct example, but I'll use it in context. I've got this ride-hailing app, which I've invented this app called Uber, and I want to know if I can protect it so that nobody can copy the concept of Uber. Well, the reality is you cannot protect the concept of Uber itself. Uber cannot do that. That's why there are many ride-sharing apps which are popping up. By the same token, you cannot prevent people from copying a social network, for example. So, but back to the Uber example, you could, for example, patent maybe a very unique process in which cars are called within your vicinity to get to you in relation to maybe where they need to get at a later stage of the day. That could be regarded as an inventive step that can be patentable. But yeah, that's generally my 2 cents on patents. Then there are designs. If, for example, you produce a very unique, let's say, look and feel of a handbag, the handbag itself isn't an invention, but the shape of the handbag might be very unique, and you want to prevent people from copying that. And in that regard, you would register a design. Some countries refer to it as a design patent, but in South Africa, we refer to it as an industrial design, and it needs to be registered.